Hello and welcome. In this movie, we are going to compare two of the main players in the web design area. One is WordPress, the other is Drupal. There are dozens of CMS out there. If you look on the Wikipedia, there is a lot of list of web content management systems out there. There are dozens of them. As you can see, it is separated, categorized according to languages, programming languages. In the last few years, three open source CMS come into popularity for their user friendliness, flexibility and power. They are WordPress, Joomla and Drupal. From the outset, the website created by these systems may look the same, but under the hood they are very different and is suitable for different type of organization. So let's have a look. In this movie I want to compare only two, so we need to drop one. Joomla is relatively weaker of the three. There are few reasons for it. WordPress and Drupal is led by their founders, so there is a good leadership team there. But in Joomla, team leaders are made up of volunteers who seems to come and go, and there is no real stability in leadership. So that is causing a lot of problems in agreement with the software licensing, development directions and so on. Stability in the leadership is lacking, so it reflects in the program. And also the plugins are expensive and the internal code is a bit difficult to work with. I must say in the last few years Joomla has made a lot of improvement, but still a long way to go. For this reason we are removing this CMS from our comparison, and we might review that again maybe a few months later. We concentrate on WordPress and Drupal for this session, and as they represent two opposite ends of the website design markets. I have worked with large government organizations for more than 15 years. These are really large organizations, anywhere from 10,000 to 30,000 staff. I used both WordPress and Drupal for my projects for years. My review here is based on this experience, and there is no bias of one way or another. Okay. Now let's look at the trends in the past few years. Google Trends, when we compare Drupal and WordPress, we can see they both started about the same time, but the interest in WordPress is really went up. It's huge compared to Drupal. It's actually about 10 times bigger than Drupal in terms of interest. So let us look at the past 1 year, say 12 months. As you can see, it's actually WordPress is really popular, extremely popular. The dip here is probably due to holiday period, I would say. So there is no doubt the Drupal is the green part. This is the blue part is the WordPress. WordPress is hugely popular compared to Drupal. As of January 2016, there are over 75 million websites created using WordPress, but Drupal is there is only 1 million. These systems started around the same time, but the usage of WordPress is went up really high. Its ratio at the moment in terms of usage it is 1 to 75. You may be thinking, surely WordPress is better than Drupal, right? Well, the correct answer is no. Comparison based on the usage size is really misleading. One is not better than the other. Why? Although they are used in the same web design industry, they are fundamentally different products used for different purposes. Right? So let's have a closer look at these systems. In terms of ease of use, WordPress is the most easiest to use. It is very user friendly and you don't need to know any programming. Web designers love it. Drupal, it is not very user friendly at all, and it is preferred by usually a programmer type of people. It is very hard to learn, and there is a steep learning curve. I think that is my experience. So on the scale of 1 to 5, we have to 5 being extremely easy. We have to give 4 for WordPress. But for Drupal, well, I'm sorry to say it gets just 1 because it's pretty hard to learn. And I must say Drupal 8 is actually improved a lot. The current version is a bit more user-friendly than previous version. Right, so let us move on. How about customization? Well, in WordPress you can get a lot of free themes and plugins, and there are thousands of them, and it is easy to customize that way. That means you are actually limited to what the theme can provide. Okay, so that is a limitation. On the Drupal side, themes and modules are few. There's not many, but flexibility is built in within Drupal. Okay, that is very good. You can have a unique look and feel with Drupal. You can do anything with it, and of course such changes require a lot of configuration, and you need the help of Drupal experts to do that. In terms of cost, well, both are open source, so it is free, so you don't have to pay for the core software, but WordPress has a lot of free themes and plugins. There is plenty of developers to be found in the IT market. That means it is easy to get hold of developers at a lower cost. In Drupal, quality templates and modules comes at a price, and the system requires higher technical savvy designers or developers. It's not easy to find, and they can be pretty expensive. So it's all about supply and demand, and Drupal tend to be on the expensive side. Moving on, how about mobile friendliness? In terms of mobile friendliness, mobile response themes are now available in WordPress. You can download it, and you can download the mobile WordPress app and update your WordPress sites on the go. That is very good for individuals and small businesses. That is a great way to do it. For Drupal, the current version of Drupal 8 is very much mobile centric. Okay, so it is built from the ground up with mobile in mind. So mobile apps are available. You can create your own mobile app to take advantage of the built-in web services in Drupal. So business need that kind of better customer service and interaction with the customers. Okay, so that is very good. Moving on to search engine optimization, SEO is important for getting to noticed in the World Wide Web. For WordPress, you can buy SEO plugins. In Drupal, SEO features are integrated into the systems. And in fact, most useful business modules are integrated into the core of Drupal. So when you download, you get this as a total package, right? You can switch on or off as you need. Such tight integration of the code makes Drupal performs better, right? And cache is sort of a technique of storing recently visited items for quick access. This sort of mechanism improves site performance, and you can get cache plugins for WordPress, and for Drupal such mechanisms are already built into the system. On the question of data types can be simple strings or a composite structure. It is sort of what is called the type of operation that can be done with it. Okay, it can be composite. WordPress at its core is a blogging platform, so it is not really truly a content management system. It is just a blogging platform, and so you can only create pages and post with it. Let's have a look at that. This is a site I manage. So you can create post or pages. These are the only two content types you can create. You can add a new page. There is title, area, and content. That's about it, nothing else. You can also add tags and categories if you to help with this search, and that's about it. This is a simple, for simple site, this is just fine. But for businesses, it is different. In Drupal, this is a Drupal site I manage. In Drupal, this is one of the area Drupal Exceed. You can create any number of content types, add fields and views, tags, categories, and much more. Let's have a look. This is the Drupal site, structure, content type. At the moment there is article, basic page, forum, topic. You can add content type, hundreds of content type if you like, and manage fields and manage display and all that. There is all kinds of controls you can have with Drupal. For large organization, that type of composite content type is important to manage their information. Capacity to build complex data organization is already built into the Drupal. Most large organizations need such kind of features in their SAMS. This is one of the reasons why large enterprises prefers Drupal platform. Okay, moving on, let us look at the permission level. Permission level, this is about controlling access to your site, who can do what on your site. In WordPress, it is fairly limited. For example, when I look at settings, general, in WordPress it's very fairly limited. You can have up to 10 different roles or something. Authors, moderators, subscribers, contributors, like that. So you can control that way. So that is fairly limited. But in Drupal allows you to set up any number of different kind of users and roles. Precise access control of users can be configured to individual file level even. And this type of security and accountability feature is important for large organizations. This is another reason why Drupal is preferred by large organizations. Moving on to security. Well, in terms of security, well, I'm sorry to say WordPress is very poor in security. I think one of the reasons is because WordPress is so popular, it has a much bigger market share, so the hackers tend to target popular systems for their glory. And so unfortunately WordPress is constantly being targeted by hackers. But the good thing is you can get some security plugins to remedy part of that problem. For Drupal, enterprise security is built in. For large organizations, security is crucial for protecting user data, right? In Drupal 8, there are many new features they added, something like they use what's called the two templates that separate the business logic and presentation. And you can't run raw code to be executed in the server. And configuration tools, content entry filters, user session handling, automated token protection, what else? Trusted host pattern protection. All of these are built in within Drupal. So security setup is much more robust in Drupal. So that's very important for organizations. For scalability, WordPress is basically, as I said, a blogging platform. It is not really a CMS, so suitable for small to medium-sized organizations, and it cannot really efficiently handle far too many internal users. The internal user means people who can edit, approve, administer the site. But in Drupal case, it suits any type of businesses, any size if you like. It can handle from one page site to thousands of pages and content types, and can easily manage hundreds of internal users. And it is basically a purpose-built enterprise level content management system that is really scalable. Obviously, small businesses, they don't want to get into Drupal because it's a bit too complicated for them. In terms of community support, WordPress is big. In fact, the number of WordPress sites as of January 2016 is more than 75 million. and for Drupal it's only just 1 million. So there is a ratio of 1 to 75. So that means WordPress is actually 75 times bigger than Drupal. Okay, I understand that it is extremely popular. So the community size is so big. It is the volunteers are also quite large. Community members will be able to help each other. If you have a question, post a question in a WordPress forum and you can get an answer straight away. As most WordPress owners, they are not really technical savvy people, so getting help via community is extremely important. For Drupal site owners, there is not much luck because this is a programmer type software, highly complicated software, and most developers or designers tend to be experienced professionals. They are far too busy with their work, so to speak. So there's not too many volunteers to help out there. So the response time is pretty slow. So don't install Drupal in the hope of expecting too much community help. If you want to use Drupal, you need a professional team to manage it. Okay, don't rely on community help. So let's look at the general advantage. The general advantage of WordPress is it is easy to learn, install and maintain, and the updates are pretty automatic, and it has huge number of plugins and themes available for, and most of them are free, and it has a strong community and plenty of skilled WordPress developers are out there, and they are pretty easy to find. The advantage of Drupal is it is extremely flexible and enterprise friendly, and it is very stable, and it has a better security features, and you can build almost anything with it, right? And it performs much better than WordPress. Well, there must be some disadvantages. The disadvantage for WordPress is it is not very flexible, and you have to rely on the site template to have your look and feel, and relatively large number of external plugins are needed to create various functionality, and the chances of breakdown is much greater. For Drupal, the main difficulty is it is far too complex for non-IT folks to handle, and most updates are manual, and you need a professional person to manage the site. Themes and modules are few and expensive. Drupal expertise are hard to find. Drupal designers and developers are hard to find and very expensive for a small organization to handle. So which one to choose? Well, it all depends upon the purpose of the project. It is important to remember that one is not better than the other. Always remember that WordPress is not better than Drupal, or Drupal is not better than WordPress. Okay, it all depends upon the purpose of your project. Important. And don't think just because one is more popular than the other, so it is better. It is not like that at all. In summary, WordPress is more suitable to individuals and small businesses. Okay, if you are looking for flashy looking sites with simple content types like pages and articles, and your staff is not all that technically savvy, and the budget is very low, then WordPress is your best bet. Okay. On the other hand, if you are a larger organization with massive contents and various data types and various data organizations, then Drupal is better for you. With Drupal, your data is better secured. Obviously, you will need professional technical team to create and manage your Drupal site, right? And if you have the budget to do it, then Drupal is your best bet. For new web designers and developers with little or no programming experience, then WordPress is the way to go. I suggest you work on WordPress for a few years before moving on to Drupal projects. Ideally, a few years of web design experience is essential to make use of Drupal effectively. In conclusion, based on your circumstances, choose the right platform. So there you have it. This is an unbiased review of these two great open source platforms. I would appreciate if you can share this video with anyone who is considering making this choice. Thank you and have a great day.